I'm going to go ahead and update my assembly walls, the separation wall here between the dwellings and the corridor wall. And I'll use a couple of different wall types to do that. The wall type that I selected for my A2.1 wall, which we brought your walls in, use that transfer project standard. So if I pick this basic wall that I use and I go to the pull down and I go up to my A2 wall, if I edit that type and I look at the structure, it's a 5.5 inch offset. They're really offset 3.5 inches with 3 layers of plywood. And so if I take a look at that in the sheet that I gave you, it's either this one, 3371, or 5513, and they're a 42 and a 49. So that doesn't meet our separation, our STC requirements. So I'm going to go ahead and choose another one. So I'm just going to go online, and there's a couple of different ways. I'm at the USG. I was looking at the, I think, National Gypsum last time when we in the previous video, but I've just gone in and picked interior partitions, steel stud, non-load bearing, and wood stud load bearing. You could use either steel stud or non-load bearing or wood stud. It just depends. Oftentimes in commercial, they will use a steel stud, but you can use either. And so I found this UL 305, which is an STC of 53. And what it has is 3 layers of gypboard like the other one. And it has a resilient channel, and then 2x6 wood studs, right? So it has a big stud. So you could use, you could go in here and find other types, that if you would prefer to use something else, but I'm going to go ahead and go with this UL 305. So if I go back in to my Revit and pick this guy and go to edit type, let's go ahead and let me just check that one more time, that assembly. So yeah, the resilient, it's 1/2 inch. Just want to make sure I was right with the 1/2 inch. So if I go in and pick this guy and go to edit type and edit that structure, I've already got the 3 layers of plywood and the wood stud layer. All I need to do is insert a substrate layer here, and this is going to be, let's type in furring, I think would be. So I'll just pick metal furring for that and set it at 1/2 inch, right? And click OK. And you can come down and in the type comments, you could actually add, what was that guy? ULU 305, ULU 305, right? And click OK. Right, and it will update that wall, so you can now see it's added that resilient channel in there. And I can just go hit the match command, so that's under your modify. The shortcut is MA, but it's right here. And I'm going to type MA and pick this as my source and just go through here and update these walls, right, for that separation. Now, once I get to here, this is actually the corridor wall. So we can go ahead and use the same one for a corridor, but you would want to make it potentially a separate type of wall, just so you could call out the corridor separately from the other one. So I'll go ahead and match these right now just to get them updated. Now, one thing you may be noticing is that if I pick a wall like this wall or this wall that's continuous, it's actually making this a fire rated wall, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is split it. So you can come in and there is this split element, and you hover over the thing you want to split. So I want to split that wall kind of right at that edge. So if I pick that, it actually makes it into 2 walls, and then I can use MA match properties to pick that, and it will match that guy. And the same thing over here, right? You can go to split and split that vertically, and then do a match property. We may have to update this later probably, but just to get it, to fit. Now, sometimes you might get some weird corner situations. What you can do in that case is like if you pull this out, it'll clean up, and then you can pull it back in and it'll clean up. So sometimes the wall joints, you have to kind of play with them to get them what you want, right? All right, so if I want to be able to tag these two walls as a separate tag type, then I need to actually make this a separate wall type, because I can only use a wall tag on one type, so I can't have this be separate. Oops, I missed that one. Let me match that property there, right? So I'm going to pick one of my corridor walls, and I'm just going to go to Edit Type and Duplicate, and I'll call this A2 Wall Corridor. 1 hour. And you could add STC 53 or ULU 305 would probably be better, right? Click OK. And then if I click OK, it doesn't really change, it just makes it a separate entity. And then if I pick this one and go to Edit Type, I'll just rename it, right, to A Wall Separation. ULU 305, right? Click OK. All right. And this one has type mark W1, and I can edit type and look at the type mark here. This one also has type mark W1, so I'll make this one W2, right? Whoops. Did I not get there? I want those to be the corridor walls, so I may not have gotten that one. So I just want to make sure these guys are the corridors. There we go. All right, so somehow I managed to make the separation walls, corridor walls, the same, but there we go. Now I've got them all. Oh, still have a separation wall there. So let's match that and that. And then if I go to the corridor wall and edit type, change this type mark to W2, click OK. If it says it has duplicate type mark values, that's okay. Just click OK. So now if I pick this one, that should be my separation wall. And if I edit type, it should be W1, right? And this one should be W2. All right, so get those updated. And then we'll come in, let's go ahead and finish this. We'll pick, these are non-rated partitions. So I'm just going to come in to these guys, and we have an interior partition, I think probably the 5.5. What is this one made of? Let's look at it. Let's edit type. Oh, it's a metal stud with a triple gypsum board on it. Don't really want that, so I'm going to go to the pull down and let's check the 4.5-inch partition. And if I edit type and edit that, it's a wood stud layer with gypsum board on either side, but it needs to be 5/8 for commercial purposes. So I'm just going to do 5/8 instead of half. Click OK. And I'll rename it. It'll be an extra 1/4 inch, so that would be 4 3/4. Okay, and then I'll just match properties with those. Now you may want to go in and think about like the bathroom having some sound deadening in it, so you might want to change that type. But now you can see that those guys are updated. All right, so you need to get all your partitions updated, and then we'll go in and dimension them.